We are here, Pop Culture Ponderers. I'm Lauren.
Joe.
And we are obviously at a very different location today.
Oh, yeah.
We have come down to the beach.
Trying to send some summer vibes. And
yeah, exactly. So we figured that would be our entire theme for the day. We wanted to go through and just like the ultimate summer movies, those things that were like, that we watched every summer or that have that summer vibe. We figured we might as well celebrate and be where we are and just go like whole into the summer feels.
Absolutely.
All right, fantastic. So do you want to start us off with a favorite summer movie or should I go?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, perfect. So one of my favorites, and this is from when I was a little kid, it has carried my entire life, always will, is Grease. Grease is like one of the perfect summer movies. I remember being a little kid and watching it for the first time at a summer sleepover. I remember playing at the Revival drive-ins, like being able to go and see it on the big screen. I could probably sing all of the songs for it right now if I needed to. It has always been like, despite the fact that not the entire thing occurs in the summer.
No.
It's always been iconic summer for me.
But yeah, you summer love and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I see where your vibe is on that.
Right, and there's something about like the carnival at the end, like the little carnival, the festival at the end. Like it just feels like a party, and it makes you feel young again, which to me is like the perfect summer feeling. You know,
that's a good one.
Right, to be a teenager just chilling. All right, so what's one for you?
My summer vibe would be I don't know, maybe Summer Rental, which is from 1985.
Okay.
It's with John Candy, and it was one of those, you're at a beach vacation, and it's a series of things just going wrong. And it just gets funnier as it goes. And then, and then the end ends up with a race where he's in a pirate ship. Like,
oh yeah, that's a perfect way to end it.
It's such a fun way to end the summer vacation, so that's one for me.
That's an excellent choice. I've never seen that, but like anything that ends with a pirate race, that's got to be like an ultimate summer movie.
Well, it's more of a yacht race, but then like they end up in a pirate ship. It's a fun.
I feel like that's part of the thing that makes the summer movie is that feeling of like playing and like just like the whimsy of it. Summer's like that magical time where anything can happen. A summer movie makes you feel like being a little kid on summer vacation again. Where you have that like, cool, yep, I totally buy this. It's ridiculous, but I'm in. It's great. So one for me that's kind of like that, but we're on a serious tone, is Independence Day, which we are, of course, very close to Independence Day right now in terms of our recording, not necessarily in terms of the release. We gotta find that. But that, okay, so again, like we have the ridiculousness, we've got an insane premise going all out on it, we have an exploding White House for crying out loud. You have, aliens. You have Jeff Goldblum, which I think that he might be one of our favorite people on the podcast. I don't know if we've mentioned any other actor more than Jeff Goldblum.
No, I think he has the highest count.
Right? We're going to have to get like a tiny statue or something to memorialize him as one of our podcast favorites.
We'll get a bobblehead of Jeff Goldblum.
Just hanging out. It'll be perfect. And then, of course, you have Will Smith. One of the scenes that I'll always remember forever is him beating up the alien in the middle of the desert and then trying to drag its corpse out.
After the crash,
Yeah, exactly.
That was a good one.
So yes, that's one that for me, like it always captures that summer vibe. Again, it feels like anything is possible. This is absurd and we've gone off the rails, which is the summer movie.
That's true. Now another one that does that for you, but it's not necessarily at a beach or anything like yours. But The Great Outdoors, another John Candy movie.
Okay. Another that I don't know too.
Yeah. So it's basically they're at a lake. I think it was somewhere. It's one of the Great Lakes in Toronto. It's just another time where like everything goes wrong. He has family visiting, and it just gets crazy.
Right, it's hijinks galore.
There's so many like iconic lines that you get from that.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's not an iconic line episode, but that one that sticks out.
So I think it was John Candy that plays the chef in the one restaurant. He says bon appetit, and he's eating a 96-ounce steak, and it's massive. And just that part, and then like Dan Aykroyd comes over, and he's like listening to his belly. He's like, oh, he's got room to finish this. So they can get the free T-shirt and the free meal for him.
Perfect, nice. Okay, so if we're gonna go with like madcap vibes and absolute hilarity, and like again, still kind of a summer vibe, I'm gonna pull one. I don't know if you've seen this one. What About Bob?
No, I did not. But
okay, I love me some What About Bob. Absolutely delightful. You have Bill Murray just off the rails, just completely unhinged and doing his thing. And you have Richard Dreyfuss, who's just like the therapist. So essentially you have Bob, who is this patient, who is completely neurotic, absolutely driving him up the wall. And Richard Dreyfuss is our psychiatrist who's trying to deal with him. His family has gone on summer vacation, and Bob has followed them out to the lake. And his family loves Bob, absolutely loves Bob. And Richard is just slowly going insane through the course of the film. It's got that same kind of like hijinks madcap vibe. Always makes me think of summer film.
That sounds like a good movie. I'm gonna have to watch it.
I was gonna say, so this might be one where we have a few that we can show each other. Summer movies are like that too. Like I don't feel like there's like a specific kind of movie. It is just like a feeling that comes from a bunch of different, like, you know, you can find like a disaster movie, and like there's some, of course, that would fit in. So like some of our shark movies would fit. Yeah. Jaws has got to be a summer film.
Which I actually watched yesterday.
Oh, nice! Like in preparation for our day today.
I did.
Oh, good. We'll have to keep that in mind if we get into the water later. I'm sure that would be a vivid moment for you as we're swimming. So yeah, I think that Jaws makes that kind of list for me because, like, of course, ultimate summer movie. I also think that, like, if I think about it from when I was young, I'm gonna throw Blue Crush on the list just because I can't count how many times I've watched that movie, and the surfing and being in the water and in Hawaii, like, it has that perfect, like, going out and being there and like really in it feel. I remember thinking that was just like the most, of course, like growing up in my little landlocked state. Yeah. I just wanted to be by the ocean all the time. That was all that I wanted in the world. And so that movie, every time I was watching it, I was just like, cool, I could be a surfer girl out there. I obviously not a big surfer girl, but it felt like it at the time.
I don't have the coordination or the balance
to surf at all. Not a single piece of me. I can barely stand up on land. There's no way I was going to do it up on a plank in the water. But, you know, you watch Kate Bosworth and like Michelle Rodriguez, and you're like, no, cool, I could do it. I could carry a rock and I'd run underwater and I would have the whole vibe. Okay, I've got another one, and I'm going to be like 90% sure that you've never seen this one too. But Aquamarine?
I did see that. Growing up with Aunt, she did watch that a couple times, and I did. What? I did. Watch it a couple times.
Made it through the list.
As much as I hate to admit it.
Aquamarine has like a young. I remember being that kid much. So a lot of mine, it turns out, are like very chick lit movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be the young summer movie for me. Well, yes, Aquamarine is going to make that list for me.
Nice. Another one I'm thinking of, and I feel like everybody sees it, is Weekend at Bernie's.
But then once you're like,
great choice.
Just the iconic like music playing, and he's like basically walking around, just throwing his shoulders.
Right?
It's so fun.
Weekend at Bernie's is one of the best, and like watching it the first time too, you have this moment of like, this is so absurd. I shouldn't find this as delightful as I do, but it's so good.
That they're messing around with the dead guy the entire week.
And nobody knows, just having a great time. I do think of that, like sometimes I'll be looking at like the beach house and I'm just like, yeah, it is. Like that's almost the perfect set for Weekend at Bernie's. That's totally it.
I'm wondering if they're gonna make like a remake of that.
Could you make a modern Weekend at Bernie's and have people be like, oh, they're just playing with corpse now? Yeah. Has it gotten weird? Do we need to turn this off? I would definitely watch it though. Okay, so modern Weekend at Bernie's, I want to know, who are the two guys that you think that can pull off carrying the corpse around and keep the movie fun? And who do you pick as your corpse?
This is tough.
I know, I was just thinking about it. I was like, okay, cool, if I'm going all out.
Because you're going to need a duo that works well together.
Right, you have to have a lot of energy. You got to be able to bounce this back and forth. I think I like as my corpse. I mean, Bill Murray's probably too old now, but I still like him. But I could do a Woody Harrelson as my body. I feel like he's got the energy and the vibe to be a fun corpse the entire film. But in terms of who I think is tooling this man around and keeping it believable for me, I don't mind my 21 Jump Street chemistry of like Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. I think they could almost pull that off.
That would definitely work.
I would also enjoy watching just for the, like, I don't think that it would actually work in terms of the film, but just like the vibe of it. Having Kevin Hart and The Rock try and Weekend at Bernie's somebody through an entire film.
That might be another duo that.
And if I'm doing that, then I think I want Jack Black. Jack Black becomes my corpse. If I have Kevin Hart and The Rock piloting him.
Just his mannerisms and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Just
would make Jack Black perfect for that role.
I can also imagine The Rock throwing him at Kevin Hart and Kevin Hart just collapsing underneath Jack Black. And I would absolutely watch that.
I mean, their chemistry works well in Jumanji, so I can see that.
Yeah, which is another kind of like summer movie, but again, like it comes from like being a little kid and watching that movie during the summer, but it has that kind of like wild feel of like anything is possible. I remember being a little kid and watching it at sleepovers. And there's something about the jungle setting too. It's not the beach, but it does have like a a nostalgia to it. I could make that a summer movie. I could do Jumanji. Okay, another one, and I'm gonna kick it back. We're gonna go old school, and I'm gonna stick with my chick flicks. It's got to be Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing has to be one of the most iconic summer movies of my life.
And get iconic lines. No one puts baby in a corner.
Nobody puts baby in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. I mean, just the entire thing, like the lift and the lake, like she's up again. The whole thing is perfect. When I was a little kid, I remember watching that and just being like, God, someday I want to go to a camp like that. Obviously, they no longer exist.
Yeah.
But I loved that vibe of like having the whole resort and the retreat and going up to like the Poconos or whatever and having that be an entire thing. I loved that. So yeah, I'm gonna put Dirty Dancing as one of my favorites. It's gonna go up there with Grease. It's like one that to this day encapsulates summer for me.
I like it.
Yes, for sure, for sure. I guess I have like a wide range. Again, like it's more of a vibe because it's not necessarily like if you can go from Independence Day to Dirty Dancing, you've got necessarily like it's not one thing that defines a summer movie. I think that it is just like an energy that comes from them. I don't know if as many get made now.
It doesn't seem like that. Not really.
Right? Like, I feel like there has to be a sense of whimsy. Like, this is back when the studios were just kind of, like, playing around. And they're like, yeah, we'll let it get a little bit weird. We'll let the movie... Yeah, you can pretend that you're walking a corpse around for the entire thing. Like, we'll let it be strange and bizarre. And now I feel like if the studio's not sure it's going to make money, they're not going to put it out. So they have things that they release as, like, summer movies. Like, we talked about Lilo and Stitch. So, like, that's going to be a summer movie. But it's not like a...
It's not really a summer movie, but like it's a summer location kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you're at a beach location on an island in Hawaii, obviously.
Has the aesthetics of summer, but not the feel. There's none of the heart that I'm looking for. Okay, if we're gonna go for heart movies, then I'm also gonna put Stand By Me on the list.
I've never seen that.
Okay, that's another that I'm gonna put on our general watch list. It's absolutely fantastic, and there's something about again like that feeling of like childhood camaraderie and adventure, and like banding together with your friends and being out in the world, and again, not controlled by school, like just that place where you slip in and out of, because that's what summer is.
Yeah.
Summer is that place of freedom, and it really only exists that way when you're a child. When you get older, you've got work that keeps you there, but that feeling that it creates when you're little, you can keep that, and movies do such a good job of bringing us back there.
So, side note, the best part of what just happened here was when I said I never saw the movie and Gina's jaw literally dropped and gave me a look. I think that just made my day.
We have a strong off-camera reaction here.
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
what? That was fantastic. We have
Stand
an
by
audience
me.
today.
What?
Amanda's actually here too.
I know, we have, you guys cannot see them, but we have, or yeah, exactly. They're giving you waves off camera, I'm sure. You're just very, very excited. But yeah, exactly.
Amanda, is there any infomercials about summer you want to talk about?
A favorite product sold during the summertime.
But I can't believe you haven't met Chevy Chase. Family vacation.
We haven't gotten there yet, Amanda.
That's
And for everybody here that probably didn't hear was talking about family vacation.
He has like Adam Sandler and like what's that guy's name? The blonde guy.
Oh, David Spade.
Yeah.
Those are your choices.
Like
Oh,
a weekend
Grown-Ups.
at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yes,
A
so
duo.
I was going to say, so Gina has given us a new duo for Weekend at Bernie's, and that's Adam Sandler and David Spade, which wraps us right into Grown Ups, which is another of those movies that's like, that's a summer movie. Like, again, we're at the lake, we're playing around, everyone is ridiculous. This scene where he's swinging on the rope trying to get into the, will always be one of the best things ever.
Well, basically, we're talking about grown-ups.
Yeah, exactly. Like, right? That is like one
that
of
is a
those
summer
summer movies where you're just like, oh,
Where they're
okay, cool.
hanging out at the lake house that they go to when they were
Exactly.
kids. That's another one, yeah.
Yeah, a summer movie is that like getaway, be on party vibes and having a great time together.
And another David Spade movie that actually, I don't know, it was on Netflix. It was The Wrong Missing.
I don't know this one.
I think that was another one that took place in Hawaii. It had the summer vibes.
Okay.
I forget what the premise was. I watched it once a long time ago, but well, not a long time ago, like a year or two ago. But it was a good movie.
Nice. I'll have to check that one out. That's one that I don't know.
I believe it was on Netflix.
Okay. I do feel like summer vibes like have this thing kind of like social relevance as like Christmas. Again, like they're not as organized, but everyone has like an understanding of some of the basics. And then there are these like random pulls where I'm like, no, I've never heard of this one. I've never seen this one. That keeps it fun. There's always something different. I wonder what like the vintage summer movies were. Like again, we have something like Jaws, but I can't really think of like. I wonder when our parents, because like you had things. They had things like Star Wars came out in the summer, but I never would have thought of that as like a summer film. Like to me, it doesn't have that energy.
Definitely.
Right? I don't know if they really had that. Like I think that genre of like playing around that kind of came into like being through like the 80s and the 90s. Like that's when we had peak summer movies. Like they were absolutely the best. Oh, freaking Parent Trap. Freaking Parent Trap.
That's true.
Thank you. Summer movie galore. We're literally at camp.
Yeah, they're at summer camp.
Right? You can't do better than that. There's a couple of those. I would also put like Little Rascal kind of has a summer vibe. Or something like The Sandlot for me.
The Sandlot definitely, because I could see like you're hanging out with your friends in town and playing baseball.
Right, again, there's no school, no grown-ups are paying attention.
Yeah.
They're up doing business things, and I just get to run around and play.
Yeah, I can see that, because then they were at the pool with, what was it, Wendy Peppercorn?
Yes, the Wendy Peppercorn.
Yeah. That is true, I didn't even think of that.
Around with kids.
Well played, Lauren, well played.
I like that one. That's a good summer one. Ugh, this is going to make me want to go home and watch movies later. After we're done swimming and everything like that. It is the kind of thing, too, that, like, there's a couple of animated ones, like something like Surf's Up, we've talked about a little bit, but, like, a lot of them are, like, it's a live person. Like, it is, like, you have to have somebody, like, really enjoying or being in it. Like, there's something where it doesn't translate to animated very well.
Yeah.
Because a summer movie, like, there is a madcapness to it. Like, you have to have, like, people, the strange reactions or whatever going on in the background. I think that brings something to it.
Another one that Amanda mentioned before was National Lampoon's Family Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's the road trip that gets crazier as it goes. And
yes, exactly. We're slowly building.
Which brings us back to the movie line quote. Sorry, Mr. Crystal, but the theme park's closed. The moose should have told you up front.
We should have told you up front. Yeah, Chevy put out a bunch of them. He was good at that entire genre. Yeah. He had that entire madcap vibe going on for a little while. And like there's something about him too, as like that father figure that's always just like losing his, because I think that's like a summer vibe too. And as you're on vacation and you're doing the entire thing, your mom's gotten packed up, your dad's going, I swear to God, if we don't start to enjoy ourselves soon, I'm just going to take everyone home. I'm going to turn the fucking car around and we're going to be done with the entire situation. Yeah. He's got that on his face better than almost anybody else in the world.
Yeah, that was a well done movie.
Yes, for sure. I was going to say, I've got all these background sounds. I'm also going to put in for me, and this is just for me, like when I was young, the Scooby-Doo movies, the live-action Scooby-Doo, the original Scooby-Doo. I remember watching that the summer that it came out and watching that repeatedly during the summer, making homemade ice cream. There was something about that too. He's going to Mystery Island. Again, it's not necessarily at a beach or a summer like themed film, but something about it. Probably because Scooby-Doo
were at a beach and there's
little things that happen.
It was almost like a spring break vibe. So
yeah, they have like a tiki kind of setup. Exactly. There's something about it, right? There's something about it that totally pulls. You know what? I think that kind of works for us because like summer movies are light, breezy. There's not like necessarily a ton that we have to go through.
No, and there's not a huge plot behind it, but it's just fun and
yeah,
it just keeps you entertained for that hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever movie runtime is.
Right? It's delightful sometimes to just kind of like go through and recap in your brain, like things that I haven't thought about for years, little things like the Ponderers movie or whatever. That again, they were very summer when I was a kid, like that road trip feel.
That's true. Going fishing with your father, that's
right?
a good one.
Yeah, one of you is going to lose your mind out here. There's no question that somebody is having a hard time.
Now, would the Goonies fit this list?
You know what? I would give you the Goonies.
Because it's kind of like at a coast, right?
Right, exactly. Not necessarily like super beachy, but there's, and especially for like the time period, it has like child whimsy. And again, we're kind of like getting away with something, which is summer. And the point is to be doing something where no adults are paying attention.
That's another one where the pirate ship sails off at the end, right?
Right, we got like something with a pirate ship. We will go ahead and mention, of course, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to be a summer type movie. We were discussing it earlier.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. And the beginning of those are some of our favorites. So, like, I love the first one to death. That is still one of the perfect movies to me. I get a little confused as they go on, but they're going to start strong, and that's going to be a fun place for summer no matter what. And I do think for a long time, like, the summer movie was defined by, like, for like a solid 10 years for us, the Marvel blockbuster. There was a big Marvel movie that was like a tentpole summer movie. There was a big like action film that was going to come out. Like the entire run of those movies, one of them was going to come out every summer. Essentially, it was going to be like the big blockbuster, like the Big Bang movie. They're not necessarily summer movies, but they hold that place within like my looking back at a summer. I always think of like, oh, cool. For a decade there wasn't a time where there wasn't something Marvel that you could go see for at some point in the summer. Captain America was going to show up. Iron Man was going to show up. You know, somebody was going to show up.
Now that I think about it, I don't think there was any movies from like the Marvel Cinematic Universe that had anything to do with the beach. Was there?
No, not a single one of them takes place at the beach. It's just that like they were like clockwork. You knew that you were going to get one of those big action movies. That was the thing when we were young. Like there was like they switched the tone in the summer. It's the same with you have like award season movies.
Yeah.
So when you get into like November, December, everything gets really serious and we have all of our potential Oscar movies because they want those awards to come out. During the summer they were like, cool, we spent a lot of money, there's going to be a lot of explosions. Put that movie out. Mission Impossible, summer movie.
Yeah.
Put it out.
But to all our fans out there, if we did miss a Marvel movie that had something to do with the beach, let us know.
Yeah, if we called that wrong,
Because I
tell us.
don't think there was.
Right?
Not that I can think of.
Does anyone appear in it? The closest I can get is, and it's not going to be those, but it's Venom in one of the end scenes.
Oh, when
He
he's
and
sitting
Eddie
on the beach.
on the beach, and that's as close as I can get. So exactly, if there's anything that we haven't thought of for a beach on those, let us know.
Although the only one that I can see is Captain Marvel when she's doing the flashbacks of her as a kid getting knocked down.
Right.
There was this, I think, a clip where she was on the beach,
She's
but
got
it wasn't.
some beach going on there.
It wasn't like an actual like scene other than just her getting knocked down and getting back up.
Right, exactly. So yeah, we'll have to check. Do you have anything else that super stuck out to you as like a summer movie, one that you super loved or that captured that entire vibe for you?
I really should have wrote stuff down. But
I mean, you know, we're
I like
kind of excited
coming
about
on the
getting
fly.
the ocean.
Amanda's in the background thinking of other movies, and she said Euro Trip,
Yeah.
which that was just a fun movie.
Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, so once we go to Euro Trip, I can throw American Pie in as like a summer movie
That's true.
it has
Because then they did have the one,
where they're at somebody's lake house or they're at, that's like what, the second one?
I believe it was the second.
Right? So that same kind of vibe. Yeah, those are summer movies too. I would definitely say, again, like we're on summer vacation, we're going on the trip. It doesn't have to be at the beach, but it has that feeling of like, cool, anything could happen. There are no rules to this. Summer is a little bit like Vegas in time. That's the point of a summer movie. It should feel a little bit like Vegas. Anything can happen in a summer movie.
So in that note, The Hangover.
Oh, yes!
Part 1 and Part 3.
Totally is going to make it.
Well, Bangkok would work too, because they're at a wedding in Thailand.
Right? Yeah.
They were on the boat and they crashed into the beach to get
full speed.
Yeah.
Alan crashes full speed into the entire shore. And I will always remember one of my favorite is the little song of Hope Songs.
What do tigers dream of?
Yeah, what do tigers dream of? When they take a little tiger snooze. Absolutely delightful. One of my favorite little songs. Every so often I'll just be hanging out and randomly singing.
But I think he improvised that. I don't think that was actually in the original script.
I know, I think he came up with that on the fly.
Because I've heard that like on set he would just randomly play music and stuff.
Yeah, which is totally one of his vibes. And again, like that captures what it is. Like a summer, you're just like, nah, cool, I'm missing a little tiger song. That's what we're going to do today. All right, so do you have anything else to bring us home with?
Gina, thanks for bringing that up, but we already brought up the Sandlot.
We did the Sandlot. Okay. Yeah, thank you, bud. No, that's okay, that's okay. I thought you were giving me a marker, but you got it.
All right. I'm pretty close to the end of my list, I think, if not at the end.
I was going to say, I think that kind of sums up for me, too, like my favorite summer movies. Oh, yeah, 42. 42. That's a good one. Yes, so that's the Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of...
No, it's
because
like in terms of like
baseball.
that summer movie, like exactly like it is. Okay, so then we're also going to do League of Their Own. I'm going to throw that one on too. Summer movie, but like there's something about that sports movie again, like going out and being in the stands and watching the thing. We're going to include
that's
the
a summer
Sandlot.
sport where it's played all the way into the fall. So
Yes,
yeah,
that's
I can see
definitely true. But there's something about those movies to me that have always felt very like cool. This is a summer vibe. I do like that kind of feel too. Good good note from Amanda. We had another one there. She's got good choices. All right, I do think that's going to do us for today because I'm getting warm and I want to go swim now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And thank you guys so much for joining us. If you have like a perfect summer movie, one that you watched when you were a little kid, one that you totally loved, one that like sums up the summer, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we missed any summer movies like Lauren was saying, just give us a shout out.
Yeah.
Comment.
If you have a favorite one of ours, tell us. All right, you guys have a great time. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye now.
Bye.